right. It's NBT SKY. So we're doing Israel and Hamas, numerology and astrology before the reading. Right? The war starts 10/8/2023. Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto being the main topics of discussion. Not saying that the planets are aligned over there that way. Just looking at the energy of the situation. Alright, y'all. So I got notes. Pay me no mind if y'all hear paper. First, we looking at the region of Israel. You're looking at Israel, breaking this down in with the numerology, but with numbers, let's say, because I use my own system. 919153, which brings you to 28, and when you break that down, brings you to 10 and 1, which is new cycles. Which also, if you're looking at it in the 1 in the new cycle, is the sun, which is a masculine energy. Now, when you look at the leader, and I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I'm not good with geography. That's not my thing, and leaders and stuff. But this is what I got looking it up. Isaac Herzog. Breaking down the numbers in numbers or numerology. You got 91113 and 859867. First name, last name. Break these down as 15, breaks down into 6. Break these down as 43, breaks down into 7. Bring these together, 13. Break that down, 4. Right? So if you're looking at this just by the whole number, putting it all together, you got the energy of Saturn. If we're looking at the energy in the first name, you got Venus. If you're looking at the energy in the last name, who you got? With my crazy self. And you got Uranus and Neptune. So when you're speaking of Venus, what else did I want to tell you about? All right. These are the two energies. I'll get into Venus because it's going to come up again. Saturn, right? Process and stabilization. Also, masculine. This is a masculine energy. Masculine, feminine in the first name. Mind you, you're going to see across the board that these are super masculine energies regardless of the fact. So looking at his date of birth, and just a side note, for those who like to read tarot cards, this is a good way to confirm your tarot card readings using numbers. So you got 9/22/1960. Virgo. Breaking down the year, you get 17 and 8. This middle number here is a master builder number. And most say you don't break it down, but in this case, you know, they would have broken it down. I just like to do it my way. That's in a day. Master builder. Breaking this down is a 4 though. Putting this together, that's 13 and 4. Alright. So now that we got that together, adding the whole birthday up, going across. Let me move this out the way real quick. Up here. Excuse me, y'all. Alright. So going all the way across, you got 16, which is 7, bringing you into Uranus and Neptune again. Which is seeker of truth. Amongst other meanings. Mystics. Mystery. I didn't mean to do that. Okay. So as you see, you got Uranus and Neptune still prominent energies so far. If we break down consonants and vowels for the name, the consonants will represent the person's personality. The vowels represent the individual's heart's desire. So we got 1, 3, 8, 9, 8, 7, 36, 9. Pluto energy. Then we have 9, 1, 1, 5, 6. 22 and 4. The higher frequency, master builder number, period. If you add these two together, you get 13 and 4. Anyways, Saturn. When you're dealing with Pluto's energy, is the transformer. Compassion. Endings. And selflessness, which is definitely gonna be what you definitely need over there outside of stabilization. Excuse my handwriting. With this master builder energy, mind you, this comes up in heart's desires. It shows on the day that Isaac is born, that he comes up in this master builder, building a firm foundations, being able to create type of energy. Always gonna need stabilization regardless. And in order for that to happen, you do need compassion and selflessness, and, you know, being able to end stuff and start stuff new. So anywho, a lot of masculine energy regardless. So he went in office, and if I'm wrong, then y'all can always correct me, right? In office, 7/7/2021. Break that down, you got 5. Break this down, you got 14. and 5. Come straight across, you got 10 and 1. Let me fix that one real quick. Pay attention. I might have to go back and fix that one. Anyway, the sun. That's masculine. These are both Mercury. With the sun, you bring in, again, new beginnings or new starts. The pioneer energy, individuality, and leadership, which all matches this master builder kind of energy, right? So in Mercury, you have change, freedom, and flexibility. Again, all of those needed in order for him to be in his master builder energy. So what was I doing? I wanted to double check this one, right? Let me check this one. So 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 29. Let me fix this real quick in front of y'all. Alright. So what's that? 10, 11. 11 and 2. Alright, I found it. Excuse me. So this would be the master intuitive. The master intuitive, hypersensitive to energies, spiritual realms. So that's the correction right there. Master builder. I mean master intuitive right there. In Virgo energy. With a master builder number. So that's a double master right there. You add those together, you're going to get 33. But I'm not going to go into that because I didn't break that down. Just think about that. So this is who we got. Is Isaac Herzog. Right? Ooh, I can't get this off. Alright. So, with that being said, you still have a lot of, you got feminine principles. There's a little balance in here, but you're going to see a pattern that takes place. So we got him over there. He's out the way. What's that? 922. He's out the way. Now we're going to look at, I'm going to put him over here for side note. Two master numbers. 22 and 4 and 11 and 2. Alright. Put those together. He's going to get 6. Put those together, which you don't. But you still get 33. You'll still see it. Moving right along. Let me take it off. You know, this is how I scratch this board up in real life. We got him out the way. Outside, put that you Virgo. Just in case we need it later. Let's go to the next one. The area is Hamas. Breaking that down, 8, 1, 4, 1, 1. Bringing that 15 and 6. Now that we got that. Venus. Right? And we're going to talk about that in 1 second. As Venus. Venus is the nurturer. Sharing. Family. And home. Pay attention. This is the region that got bombed. This is the area that got bombed. So obviously that's what's going to be affected over there. If you're bombing somebody, you're going to devastate women, children, husbands, families. The ability to, you know, well, this is going to definitely be needed if that's what's going on over there. For family and homes. That's obvious. Now, Gaza City. Ugh. I'm going to put it right here. And correct me if I'm wrong, because I might, right? I don't know if this is, I'm not sure if it's around or if Hamas is in, but I'm sure somebody knows. So 7, 1, 8, 1. 3, 9, 2, 7. Break this down, 17. Break this down, 21. Break this down, 8. Break this down, 3. Jupiter. But if you want to, but you know, 11 and 2 at the end of the day. But you see the Jupiter energy. I'm just letting you see how I travel through and look at things when it comes to numerology anyway. So the 8 is in Mars. I'm just showing y'all different ways. But at the end of the day, again, a master intuitive kind of energy. This is people that might be a little bit hypersensitive when it comes to energy. And that's gonna be natural anyway for the time being. So we got another master number here. Talking about Jupiter. Jupiter is the communicator. The communicator, expression, and growth. When you talk about Mars, Mars is the warrior energy. Success, power, and achievement. That's in the first name and last name of Gaza City. I'm not all the way finished with him, but just so you see. So we got Gaza City that comes, and I'm gonna show you what this is about in a second, so you can. So we're gonna put Gaza City over here, and it's in 11 and 2 for the most part. All right, so let's talk about the leader over that way. His name is kind of long, y'all. So, this is a D. I'm not even getting ready to sit here and try to say this long name. This is the middle name, first name, last name. So when it comes to the first name, the numbers is 914193, which is 27, which is 9, which is Pluto energy. Then in the middle, is 1, 2, 4, 5, 3. Next one is 1, 1, 3, 1, 4. The next one, 1, 8, 1, 8, 4, 5, 4. 15 and 6. So this is if you want to look at the individual energies around the name, right? 10. 10 and 1, which is the sun, if you're looking at it under the 1. And then you got 22 and 4. Four being Saturn, also master builder number. Last name, eight, 1, 5, 9, 7, 5, 8. I believe, yeah, it is. One of these didn't get broken down all the way, probably. Breaks down to 7 overall. I probably got lazy. Uranus, Neptune. Alright, so we got another master builder number in the name. Alright, so we're gonna put we'll put, that's the middle name. The M is the middle. 22 and 4. You add all of these up in the middle, you get 20. Break that down to 2 is the moon. So there goes the feminine principle. You put them all together, straight down, all together. You get 18 and 9 Pluto, which is confirming the energy in the first name. Uranus is matching over there. As you're gonna see, it's just gonna be like a pattern. So looking at the vowels and the consonants, the vowels is the heart desire, the consonants is the personality, right? This is a long one, excuse me, so I'm gonna show y'all. Keep right this way. Hold on one second. All right. 919 15 111 5195 48 9 10 11 12 12 3 Jupiter, the communicator. That's the heart's desire. So he's probably a good communicator. 1 4 9 for the consonants. 2 4 313 484. What is it? 4844 8578 75 12 and 3. Jupiter again. You put them together, you got 6. You got Venus. Which is funny because Jupiter comes up 6 times when you do all of them. So you got this communicator energy, right? Expression and growth. They both come up in personality and heart desires. In order to get there, of course, you're going to deal with, or have to at some point, have the ability to tap into the feminine principle over there. Excuse me, y'all. So, we got Ishmael Hanya. Don't make me lie about how to get these names pronounced, because I'm not all that good at it. Okay, so we got that one out the way. Let's see, who are we doing next? Oh, wait a minute, we didn't get him all the way out the way. We missing something. Birthday. Before we get, I need some space because I don't feel like doing all that. Let's look at his birthday. It was a mess up here right now. Alright. Look at his birthday. What is it? 1/29 1962 10/11. Master intuitive. So therefore he gets to get his 11 and 2. That's in his birthday. What else? 18 and 9. 12 and 3. Jupiter. Pluto. Over here, all together, 12, 3, Jupiter. So you guys see that it matches, regardless. 2 Jupiters, 2 Plutos. And I already told you what those is about, but just in case, Jupiter, communicator, creativity, expression, and growth. That's there, and that's there. Within the whole number, and within the month and day. Then you got Pluto, the transformer, selflessness, compassion, and endings. That's over there. Let me see, did we miss anybody? Miss anything? Date and office. That's the birthday. Two 2006. 8. 9. Pluto, which we just discussed. Mars. And you see how he's kind of matching up, right? Warrior, success. Power and achievement. All the way across, 17 and 8. So, on his, If I'm wrong about the date, then please correct me, because I told you I'm not perfect, but that's what I found. So he still matched up in his energy in that way. Still got Pluto up there, still got the 2 Jupiters, and the 2 Jupiters still come to 6. So that's for Ishmael. And then now you can look at Palestine real quick. I really got a mess going on right here. Palestine. This is for the overall energy. And the number is 7. It's like 135129555 31 4 Saturn. Again, this is not saying that the planets over there are lined up that way. This is, the planets is up there, period. The planetary bodies is up there, so they have the ability to control our energy at the end of the day, or contribute to it. So this is process and stabilization, like I said last time. Found what I found and looked up the president over there. Muhammad Abbas. And numbers 4 1 8 4 6 3 4 1 2 2 1 1 30 7 3 Jupiter 7 Uranus and Neptune. And we spoke about Uranus and Neptune, but just a friendly reminder. I ain't having this use over here, but just in case. Alright, so we got Jupiter communicated. Then you have Uranus and Neptune. So this is the deeper truth, the mysteries, a need for rest, the seeker of truth, the mystics. So you have that over there. Who else do we need to do in this situation? Date of birth. He's a Scorpio. What is it, 1935? 1835. Break that down, 18:9. Break this down, 26:8. Mars, Pluto. Is that 17 all the way across, 8. Still gonna be Pluto, regardless. So they still match. All masculine energies. When did he get in office? Did we put? Let's see when he got in office. in office. One 15 2005 7 7 14 5. Mercury. It's a feminine energy. And then you got Uranus and Neptune for both of these. And as you see, Pluto's important on this date. Uranus and Neptune is obviously important on that date. Look at constant vows in the heart, desire, constant in the personality. 1, 6, and 3. 10 and 1. The Sun. The consonants is 4, 8, 4, 4, 20 and 2. The Moon. Put those together, you got 3, and you still got Jupiter. Just confirm it. So you got new beginnings, the pioneer, new start. You got the duality, or the need for duality. Union and partnership, which is probably needed, or probably taking place, or may take place. Everything is subject to change because people change, situations change, right? But you got this Sun, Moon, Jupiter kind of energy going on over there. Who else? So I make sure I didn't miss anybody. I don't know if I explained Mercury to you, but just in case. So that's change, freedom, and flexibility, which is probably what they need regardless. And that's over here. And this is probably gonna be hard for them to do over there because the energy is very masculine in that area, regardless of the fact. It's still very masculine. But pay attention to Pluto. Pay attention to Uranus and Neptune, because that's the energy that is on right now. Process of stabilization is obviously always going to be required in that type of situation. So looking at surrounding a surrounding area, right? I was looking at Egypt, which is surrounding, or on the border, let's say. Gaza City, Ham is supposed to be like at the border, right? So I looked at Egypt. Yeah, 5, 7, 7, 7, 2. Interesting that would be there like that. But anyway, 28 brings you into 10 and 1. The Sun energy. Blessings, new beginnings, so on and so forth. The leader over there, and if I'm wrong, correct me and I'll make a separate video. You know, I'm gonna do the reading later. So Abdel Fattah, I don't know if I'm saying that right. I don't know how you say that. I don't know if that's CC or sisters. Anyway, don't laugh at me. 1, 2, 4, 5, 3. 6, 1, 2, 2, 1, 8. 5, 3, 1, 9, 1, 9. Break this down. Break this down as 15 and 6. Break this down as 20 and 2. Break this down as 28. 10 and 1. Which can, you know, matches over here. Add these all together. You got 18 and 9. Pluto. Again. So in Pluto, again, that's a transformer, selflessness, compassion, and this is probably the mindset of the leader when it comes to what's going on over there. I'm not doing a bone thrower or tarot reading, but based on the numbers, this would be either the energy if they got dragged into it or had to sit and converse about it amongst the others. That would probably have to be the conversation. It needs to stop. A new situation needs to take place. Outside of that, it's just blessed energy when you're in a 10 and a 1. Right? And that kind of makes sense because it would be time for a new conversation with that. So let's look. Date of birth. Another Scorpio. (11, 19, 1954). And let me show you. In Palestine, their leader, right? Look at this. 11/15, 1935. He's a Scorpio. Then you got him over here in Egypt. 11, 19, 1954. Another Scorpio. Just for side note and for fun. So anyway, back to the birthday. Break it down. 19. Wait, is it? Yeah. 10 and 1. (10 and 1). Then you got 21 and 3. Jupiter. And then you have the sun. Both masculine energies, anywho. Still matching. Still matching. Still matching in the last name. How many times Jupiter popped up? 6 times so far. I mean 6 times when I counted it on my own. Moving right along. Let's see. So it says he became the leader or president. I don't know if I'm saying that right because, you know, this little system is a little bit different and a little bit complicated. 6, 8, 20, 14, 7, 14, 5, Mercury, Uranus, and Neptune. Back to Uranus and Neptune right there. Mercury, right? I have to do this again. Flexibility, change, freedom. Then Uranus and Neptune. You have the seeker, mystic, rest, and deeper truth. That's in the year that he came into office. That's what it should have been about, so to say. Then you add them up across. I need to go across. Did I? I probably did. I'll go across that one. 4, Saturn. 12 and 3, Jupiter. So you see how they kind of matching here. It's like a little ongoing pattern that takes place. I'll re-explain Saturn again. So Saturn, the salt of the earth, the pioneer, stabilization. That came across the whole date. Jupiter came across the whole date, which is communication, which obviously had to happen for them to get in there. So we got 2 Scorpios on the board so far. Let me see if we got another one, and then I'm gonna break down the vowels. Did we get any more Scorpios? I don't think so. Okay, moving right along. All right. All right. Vowels again, heart's desire, consonants, personality. 1 5 1 1 5 9 9 3 1 4. Saturn. Definitely matches. That was for who? Heart's desires, personality. 2 4 3 6 2 2 8 3 1 1 32 5. You got a 5 over there? I think it was 1. Yeah, it was right there. Okay. Mercury. You add them together, you get 9. You still get Pluto. So Pluto and Uranus and Neptune is obviously busy over there, whether they like it or not. Pluto being a masculine energy, right? And Uranus and Neptune being, that's double masculine. In the super masculine region of the world. So you see how that could be a little technical difficulty, right? All right. So after all of that, I decided I was going to ask myself, if our country had to have a conversation to get them to kind of knock it off and to calm down, a little mediation or something. We have another one. 11 20 1942. That's Biden. So oh wait, let me do his name real quick. All right. I didn't get all the way into this one because I just wanted to see what the energy would be if it had to be a conversation while he was in. 1 6 1 5 7 8 9 6 2 9 5 5 2 2 5 and 2 9 4 5 5 28 45 25 10 and 1 Did I put how many times 10 and 1 came up? I didn't. I should have, though. I didn't. I should have. Who else we got? Oh, 9. Pluto. 7. Sun. 7. Who's that? Uranus. And Neptune. That's the last name, middle name. That's just if you want to look at it that way. 26. 8. Mars. How many times Mars came up there? 4 times. Alright, so we got Mars. So when we're talking about Mars, once again, that's that warrior, success, power, and achievement. I'm tired of writing, yeah. All right. Let's look at the birthday real fast. Where did I put you at? All right. 11, 20, 19, 47, 16, 7, 31, 4, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. You see how this becomes a headache? All the way across, 11 and 2. Master, intuitive, and instincts. Which would have to be, you know, you have to definitely look at that. But here we got Biden and his birthday going all the way across. 11 and 2. Alrighty. I didn't put his date in office because I just wanted to see what was going on real quick if he had to go converse. So, heart's desires. 6, 5, 6, 9, 5, 5, 9, 5, 50. 5. Mercury. Flexibility. Change. Freedom. That's the heart's desire. Flexibility and change. You know, caps that. So 117, 8, 9, 2, 5, 2, 2, 2, 4, 5. 48. What's that now? 10. Did I do that right? I know I can't count worth a damn. 12. 3. Jupiter. The communicator. All right. So, let's say, let's not rule out creativity and expression. Anyways. So let's say Biden had to go over there or had to have a conversation and kick it. It would have to be under, it has to be some level of flexibility. He would have to use his instincts and intuition in the situation, not just politics and rules and regulations and borderlines. It had to be a little bit deeper than that in this case. Meanwhile, don't forget 11 and 2, which means that he can tap into these energies. Guy's a city. What's this? Who was he? Let's see. Ishmael. I think that was Hamas. Or something like that. So he has the ability to tap into these energies that way. They exist there. They're there. One or the other. When it comes to, remember this is in the 6th. Venus. These two right here, probably in their emotions with it, low key, and probably, you know, most people probably won't see it, but probably in their emotions and hypersensitive to the situation. So, you know, but he still has the ability to tap in. 11, 2, 11, 2, 11, 2, 11. He definitely does. Meanwhile, it would have to be under the conversation of, you know, there has to be flexibility and change. Period. He would have to come in as the communicator with a creative way to get this thing resolved without making him feel like he's imposing in some type of way. There's Mars energy, right? This good old, you know, and of course, the conversation of stabilization. Because that's what he would, that's the only thing he would be over there trying to conversate about, is making them knock it off and stabilizing the situation, keeping the situation under bay, right? And then with Uranus and Neptune, you know, it would be deeper truths or truth that would have to come out in that circle in order to get that stabilization in the first place. And then, you know, there's always this last resort backup kind of energy. It can't be about his success, power, and achievement, but it would be him literally having to kind of stand in the power, like, okay, y'all going too far, y'all doing too much, cut it out, knock it off, let's figure it out real quick so y'all can stop acting up over there. That's what it would have to be without making them truthful. He would have to come in on a higher frequency of his 11 and 2 to kind of connect to them. And it's there. So now, at the end of this, that was just for fun. If you just wanted to, you know, go over there and try to work it out. You got Saturn up here. This came up 5 times. This is just another way to kind of confirm energy. So first off, Saturn came up 5 times. And that's process and stabilization. And that's what the problem is. Trying to figure out how to get the situation stable. Period. That's where the conflict is. That's that energy. Pluto came up 10 times. Right? And this is selflessness, compassion, and endings. The transformer. So transformation. This is the transformer. Selflessness. Listen, if I ain't spelling right, it's because I'm trying to write. Compassion and endings. That's Pluto. This is a cycle that's going to require some change, selflessness, compassion, and endings. Because it's such a super masculine energy over there, it can get a little bit selfish and less compassion. And the endings to this cycle kind of it keeps going. So the good old Uranus and Neptune. Pay attention that Uranus and Neptune. Uranus and Neptune came up 7 times. The year 4, 5, 6, 7 came up in the 7. Meanwhile, in numerology, Uranus is in the 7, right? And this is the problem. People need to fall back over there. The deeper truth. You're gonna have to address that. It's just that simple. It has to be addressed. You know, it's a lot of shady shit going. Excuse my language. It's a lot of shade, a lot of shady backstabbing, grimy confusion in this Uranus Neptune energy that has to get addressed. The new start and the blessings, the sun, came up 5 times. The sun comes up number 1, the blessings. A new start. Right? The leadership thing. In individuality. Again, 5 times. This is where the conflict is coming up. Blessings, new start, leadership, individuality. These are things that may cause tension over that way. So Jupiter came up 6 times, right? And, you know, the change of flexibility and need and the walking away and all of that. Trying to walk away from the situation to make it stop, right? That came up 6 times. And just for fun, 6 is in the Venus energy also, even though this is a masculine. But this, somebody got to walk away from the table, period, right? So where we at? Jupiter, communications, or the communicator. Creativity, expression, and growth. That's necessary, that's necessary, and that's necessary. Period. In order for them to be able to walk away from the situation with peace, quiet, and tranquility, and so on and so forth, that's necessary. Who else? We have Mars. We almost finished. Mars came up 4 times. So, you know, the good old need for the firm foundation, rest, meditation, kind of putting, how you saying, they're kind of putting the sword down for a minute. Mind you, Mars is the warrior energy. Success, power, and achievement. So, you know, there's always been like some type of conflict in this area, right? A lot of their foundation is in this warish, mannish, super masculine energy. And then it kind of stops for a minute and then starts again, right? And then something else comes about. You know, in order for the success and power and achievement to even take place, fine, acknowledge that this is what y'all do over there. Because y'all super masculine. Any old damn way. Y'all super masculine. This is what y'all do over there. And that's just the bottom line. Success, power, and achievement. I'm the boss. I'm the boss. I'm the boss. I'm control. You over here. You in all of that. This is my religion. It's your religion. All of this stuff. It's a cycle, clearly, that keeps conflict going over there in some shape, form, or fashion, and then mask in other ways. At the end of the day, in order to get the success, power, and achievement over there in the stabilization, respecting that they got a firm foundation of having all kinds of conflict over there, you know, is when it stops completely. When it completely just stops. And they come to a firm, solid resolution that no side is going to violate. Then it will completely stop. Venus came up 4 times. Right? So, therefore, when we're in Venus energy, which is in the 6th, right? What I wanted to tell you. Sharing family and homes. This is what they need to pay attention to. These are the things that's going to get... This is the thing that's always affected when they go through these cycles of events. The moon came up twice in its own energy. So this is duality, partnership, and union. Which is always required when you're trying to make these type of things stop. And then you have Mercury. Mercury came up 4 times. Where's Mercury? Are you in your number? Mercury is in the 5. Mercury came up 4 times. So therefore, that's going to have to get stable too. Or needs to be, or should be. But anyway, for Mercury, you have change, freedom, and flexibility. That has to be this has to be in firm agreement without disruption at all times, whether that's, you know, land, people, religious beliefs, whatever it is. These areas have to learn or be willing to be flexible, be willing to change. It has to be firm and solid. And it can't be broken. And it won't happen unless there's some type of partnership that takes. So, that's what I got off the situation. Pluto and Uranus and Neptune giving them fever over there. And it's just that simple.